was overall my favorite and highlights of my trip. It's seamless and relaxed tour I have ever been. Our tour guide Yasu did an excellent job. He was very informative and patient from start to finish, very accommodating. He provide other Japan insights for everyone's knowledge, which is great information. Definitely will opt for this again in the near future. Breathtaking views and unforgettable experience. The Mount Fuji photogenic day tour was absolutely amazing. From start to finish, everything was well organized, and the tour provided plenty of opportunities to capture stunning views of Mount Fuji. The scenery was breathtaking, and the guides were knowledgeable and friendly, sharing interesting insights about the area. Every stop was carefully chosen to offer the best photo spots, and the experience was truly unforgettable. Highly recommend this tour for anyone wanting to experience the beauty of Mount Fuji. We had a great experience with this tour. Sorry I forgot the name of the tour guide. He is very kind and nice. When visiting Japan, make sure to visit Mount Fuji and check the weather, as you may not be able to see Fuji-san on other seasons. Smiling face with hearts emoji. Love the tour. At first, it was a little confusing where to check in. Got there before 8:30 a.m. as directed for my 8:45 a.m. departure time. Mr. Fuji was able to check me in and then kinda disappeared until 8:43 a.m. I could tell a lot of people were lost looking for him. There were a lot of buses, and hours left at 9 a.m. for the tour. There was some traffic, so we were about 50 minutes late in arriving to our first place. Mr. Fuji told us that we will most likely extend the trip 1 hour so we can see all the sites with adequate time. He was nice and patient. It was cloudy that day and he allowed us to stay an extra 10 minutes at the last spot because the clouds were just clearing up. So worth it. We were lucky that the weather cleared up and we got to see a halo over Mount Fuji. Ayumi was our tour guide. She was very friendly and clear in her explanation. The trip was quite rushing to me, but I understand because it was a weekend and there would be a major traffic jam when we're going back to Tokyo. Despite that, this tour was great as we managed to go to all the hot spots near Mount Fuji for a photo. It was cloudy when we went, hence we couldn't see Mount Fuji at all. Recommend for you guys to check the weather forecast first before booking any trips to Mount Fuji. Smiley face emoji. Yui guide. I am the red hat who participated in the Mount Fuji tour on October 12th. Ha ha ha. I saw the top of Mount Fuji. The weather was really great. Thanks to the guide, the tour was so enjoyable. Thank you for explaining things well like a friend and taking care of each and every participant. I would also like to thank the 2 bus drivers who safely took us there. To those who are applying, I hope you have a fun tour with Yui tilde. Thank you, Yui guide ! Definitely recommend this day tour. It was fantastic getting to see areas of Japan we otherwise wouldn't have known to explore on our own. It was cloudy on our day, so unfortunately didn't see much of the actual mountain, but was beautiful regardless and so worth it just to see everything else that we saw. The drive has beautiful scenery, so despite it being a long time in a bus, it's definitely doable. The guide, Ayumi, was so lovely. Plenty of opportunities to use the restroom, and get something to eat/drink. Once you reach a stop, it's self-guided and you're able to go explore for a certain amount of time and you're expected back at the meeting point, which worked out really well. I felt safe, but not like I was on a leash attached to a group of strangers. Overall, 10/10s. Absolutely recommend. Moto was a fun guide who ran us through the itinerary well and got us to each stop on time. The stops themselves were great too, a good mix of historical landmarks and Mount Fuji photo spots. Although we didn't see Mount Fuji due to the weather, we ended up having a great time anyway. Definitely one of the great tour Klook can offer. Going to these Instagrammable places I think is quite hard when you do it yourself. Especially to Dream Bridge, it is quite far. Unfortunately we weren't able to see the Mount Fuji at Dream Bridge because there is no clearing at the afternoon. But still worth to try. 100 emoji.